But as I pass through in the Monday morning, I listen to this new. I'm all right. I'm all right. I'm listening to this new TP, and it's called "On Top of the Hill." You know. Yes, it's a great song. It feels like it's therapy for everybody. Everybody can find something in it that resonates with them. I'm all right. As you know, it's Monday morning. I'm not. I don't have any early morning class. Yeah, have you listened to it? It's a good song, right? Cause man manipulate women, women manipulate men. You know what I mean? And like it sounds like seriously. Like when I listen to this song, like they depends what you're going on, what you're going through in life. The words just make sense. Because sometimes you just have good music. So this morning we want to introduce a song because you know it. That's my belief and that's my principle. When I hear something of value, I will always share it with the people and the persons on my platform. It's important. And if somebody hears something or knows something that makes sense, I would like to think that they would share it with me. So when I hear this song yesterday, I just make a lot of sense. I love the words of the song. It's just saying that it won't be manipulated anymore because sometimes we end up in a situation that we are even getting manipulated and we don't even realize it. You know, whether it's spiritually, emotionally, financially, economically. Sometimes some people just put their fingers on our weak spot and just use it to manipulate us, and everything is always our fault, and they will never take responsibility for the role that they are playing in get driving us crazy and keeping us bound in chains. So that song is a good song. You're up at it already to go. Yes, I agree. I've had them. Yeah, of course. Yeah, that's the truth. Luckily enough, I think like I'm in a position nowadays. I'm in a position nowadays where over the past 4 years, even if I never understand manipulation, I'm in the position to tell people stop trying to manipulate me. I'm not going to have it. I am. And to be honest, right, when you tell people to stop manipulating, it drive them crazy, you know. When you actually click on to the fact that, and this is why we talk about understanding life and understanding the principles and personal development, because once you have the strength to say to somebody, hey, you are manipulating me and I'm not going to have it. It literally drives them crazy, you know, because the manipulator don't want to know that you are being manipulated. And that's actually the last chicken of the book. So when you have the courage to say, let me tell you, I bet you have been manipulated. But of course, from time to time, sometimes, yeah, sometimes, you know, sometimes you may be with somebody and even sometimes we might be doing it to people and we don't even realizing it. But this is why you have to get to a place of growth. This is why we talk about personal. And unless you work on yourself, this is why I'm so big on personal development. Because unless you work on yourself physically, because I know you go to the gym and I know we chat way back on your journey you have been on, right? And this is why they say weakness cannot exist in a power shifting in universe. So people look on your weakness, your insecurities, your weakness, and use it against you. And we will always because we are creatures of habit, you know. We will manipulate people. If we know somebody who is not confident or insecure about something, and we know that we can use it to our advantage, like we will use it. So I'm not going to sit here and say I've never manipulated anybody. What I try to do now, I try to make sure I don't do that because it is not nice. It is not nice. It is not nice to be manipulated, and it's not nice for you to manipulate somebody. So this is the words in this song, and this is like, it's actually a straightforward. I think you're singing about a relationship, especially when you end up in a certain situation. The abusers always are going to say, well, you let me do that. You know what I mean? Like, and this is why you have to claim the power. You have to claim back the power and be able to say, no, you do that because you wanted to do that. And you have to stand on top of that hill. And you can't come down. I think we can all do without even I think we can all do it. No, definitely, of course. This is why will to power. This is why we talk about understanding the will, because you either imposing your will or somebody's imposing their will on you. So of course we can't sit here and say we have manipulated our kids. Sometimes we have manipulated our other half. We have do it. Like we can't be that self-righteous to say, oh, I've never manipulated anybody. Like even as much as your kids. Even as much as your kids, like seriously, like you don't do this, then you won't get that in return. That's manipulation. Clean your room or you won't go out to play. It might seem harmless, but you're actually teaching them. You're actually teaching them, you are literally teaching them that, hey, once you have the power, you have to know how to use the power. And yeah, like seriously, even if you go to work, sometimes you apply for your holidays, and if you don't do certain things, you don't. Yeah, people, we are living in that. But you have to get to a place and said, I'm not going to be manipulated. I am not. And we all have toxic traits. I think, of course, no, we are only human. We all have. Remember, we all have the Chinese proverb, the yin and the yang, right? There's two sides to every kind. Yeah, and every day it's a battle. Every day is a battle for good or evil. Everybody go through that. We are battle against good or evil. So we can't sit here and say we never manipulated anybody. And if you're in a relationship, you are going to be manipulated, and you have to manipulate somebody sometimes. But it depends. It depends on how much you're willing to tolerate. And this is what I like about this song. This is what I like about God is my strength. Good morning. This is what I like about this new TPN song. And I will encourage the people or the persons who consume my content to just listen to the words of the song. Listen to the words of the song, right? Listen to it. It's coming from a place of experience. How are you this morning? God is my strength. I hope you are doing all right. Okay, and because sometimes, so we're not going. Sometimes we do a little love the art. Say yeah, but we have the art. Leon, we soon send out the Odifio, right? Empress, we'll send it out by midweek. Yeah, man, everything in our store, man. Top farm, good quality art. Remember, we only wear top farm and we have to look good. So we only send good quality stuff. Because if them not sell me, we wear them and me have to look good. But this morning, when we come on the mission, we find a TPN song that called On Top of the Hill. And I want to encourage everybody who take 5 or 10 minutes to watch my content to listen to this song. All right? And it's talking about not being, have to put your foot down. That's why you have to be courageous. You have to be strong. You have to be brave. Because even if you're in a relationship and you love somebody, I look stunning wearing the top. Yeah, man, give thanks, man. We know you look nice in it. Give thanks. I'll send the hoodie don't come out here in the post by Wednesday. It was my daughter. I didn't do much posting this week. My daughter turned 18, so I was in fully daddy mode. I was in fully active being a dad. One of my daughter turned 18. So now I've got a 20-year-old, I've got a 19, and I've got an 18 and a 14-year-old. I've got all girls, right? So we're in full daddy mood. So we just wake up this morning, we're listening to that TPN song. I said, I need to come and just encourage the top farmers. If you don't hear it as yet, because it has not blown up as yet, right? I think the song can apply to both male and female. All right, and some of the words in the song, I won't allow myself to be manipulated anymore. And to be honest, it's sooner, thanks, Leon, the sooner you put your foot down, because sometimes when you allow yourself to be manipulated for so long, it really destroys us, as a person. It destroys your confidence. It's like you're in a bad relationship and somebody's saying you'll never find anybody better than me. You look too young to have. Actually, me live life fast, man. Me live life. Thanks. Me live life fast. You know what I mean? You ruins your soul, man. This is why when you are in a relationship, you should never use these words to somebody. I should not let somebody use these words to you. You will never find anybody else better than me. Because those words are not coming from a good place. Right? They are never coming from a good place. They are coming from a place to reinforce your fears of stepping out. Right? And it's a form of manipulation. And this is why TPN had the courage to go into the studio and pen the song and said that I won't allow myself to be manipulated anymore. What you did was not my fault. Because a lot of us walk around with the burden of feeling that whatever that person, he or she did, it's my fault. And sometimes you have to put down that burden. You have to willing to put down that burden and say, no, whatever that person did to me or whatever that person did, that was a choice he or she made, right? Longer than you should have. Yes, it keeps it there. Of course, because fear, one of the biggest things you can have in life is fear. One of the, fear, and you know what the truth is, right? Fear does not leave you, because fear raises its head, because sometimes you are too fearful to do something. And when you eventually do it, then you become angry at yourself. And this is why you have to understand how to use your past. This is why you have to understand how to use your past, because sometimes you are in a relationship or you are in a job and you were too fearful to make the change. And when you finally come up with the courage to make the change, the next thing you have to live with, what took me so long? Right? I could not find the word. Blessedly, this is why I am here. This is why I'm here, to help you to put it into perspective. Because sometimes something, and this is why we're talking about. So if you're just joining me, Nicole, we're talking about manipulation. And we're talking about listening to the TPN song that's called On Top of the Hill, right? We are not getting any can you resent yourself? Because all right, and this is why I said when you watch my life, it's all about I've been there. So I am not guessing. Good morning, Nicole. I'm not guessing. I feel like, as I did in a video, I said there's power when you listen to somebody who, because as I said, life have two kind of teacher. The textbook teacher and the life teacher. Right? It's like you're going to a business college and you got some teacher who is qualified to teach. Of course. But this is why you have to express yourself and tell your story. Because if you keep your story bottled up, I feel like the way how I feel like I use my story nowadays, if I tell my story, I feel like it doesn't eat me up as much, because I felt like somebody might learn. Right? So as I was saying, two types of teacher. The textbook teacher. Ain't nothing wrong with the textbook teacher. Right? But there is an added benefit in listening to somebody who is saying, I've been there. This is a teacher is telling you how to build a business, but when somebody who actually build a business come and tell you, these are the steps, these are the downfall, these are the do's, the don'ts, and what you have to sit up and listen. Like when I was doing security work and I was too fearful to try and do something different, because sometimes we feel it, sometimes we get into our own headspace. This is all we are good for. Sometimes you might be in a relationship and you feel like this is the only relationship, this is the only person I'm good for. I'm scared to share but nowadays, like, you have to share it. You either write it out and keep it personally, because sometimes when you keep it bottled up inside you, it eats away at you. You know what I mean? And you are constantly having that inner turmoil. It's like an inner turmoil, an inner conflict. Like, lucky for me, mine was more like job related, because I used to just do security work as much as I hate it. And when I was doing security work and I'm getting a lot of trouble, and I reach a stage in life at my lowest point in life, and when I finally brave enough to say, I'm going to die on top of this hill, but something have to change. And my life has changed, and I reach, sometimes I'm like, what took me so long? What take me so long? What was I afraid of? So then becomes that battle, because you start to realize I was strong all this time. I was so strong, but yet still I was so weak. And this is why a lot of people, when they make the change and they break free, sometimes they fall right back. But this is why you have to surround yourself with the right people. You have to be positive. Good morning, God bless, right? And this is why, because remember, this is why we do a live abroad. We talk about your captive. Your captors never want to set the captive free. This is why when Moses went to free the people in Egypt, he had to go back 10 and 12 times. People who keep you enslaved, people who has got you in a toxic relationship, people who is manipulating you, people who is looking at you and tell you you are good for nothing and I'm the best man you'll ever have, or I'm the best woman you'll ever have. They don't want you to wake up to the realization that blessing. This is what we do over here. I'm top form CEO, if you see me. But when I come on a Monday morning, we just because sometimes changes is hard, Change is hard. Like, we are creatures of conform. This is why the Bible says, be not conformed to this world, but the renewal of your mind. So we are easily conformed, and we get into a place of, once we become into that rut. And this is why a wise man said it takes gut to leave the rut. It genuinely takes guts to leave the rut. But you have to get to a place to say that I've got this one life. A lot of people give up on this one life. And I've come to that realization that one life. Imagine, there's a lot of people living life that if they could press a reset button, they would, because they don't like a lot of things in their life. and they are not brave enough to change anything. So as a matter of fact, we feel like this world is keeping us and holding us hostage. And the truth, good morning, God bless you. This blue, it's not keeping us hostage, but this is why we have to be of good faith and strong courage. Nothing going to change your life more than the courage. Courage, like understand that word, courage, right? Bless it, courage. Because even if you're in a bad relationship attack, it's going to take courage, right? It is going to take courage. Any woman who escape a bad relationship, they're not going to tell you that they leave because they were brave. They survive because of the bravery. But ultimately, it takes courage for them to walk away from a toxic relationship. Now bless yourself there. No, it's not bravery. No. It is not bravery. It's not because you're a superwoman. It's that little thing. Courage. That's what saved her. That was what they had to find in themselves. You are talking, oh blessed, no, but this is why we do what we're doing now, because you have to participate in your own rescue. When you come across my life, there must be, because as I said to many people, there's thousands of people on this platform, and sometimes we look for miracles and the sky to burst open and God come and save us. But sometimes it's simple things like this. Sometimes it's simple little things like this. No, it's not. I had enough strength I took to stay there long. Yeah, because, all right, so this is what we say. So strength and courage. You had to have, because, all right, as I said in a live, right, your strength is going to be tied to your courage. Because for whatever reason that was keeping you dear, that was a strength, right? That was a strength to say, all right, I'm in this relationship because I've got kids. I can't leave, so I have to find the strength to do this fight. And courage, courage is, I feel like courage is personal to us. So while we might find the strength, right? Because, all right, when we say we want to be strong, normally we want to be strong for other people. I have to be strong to get up and go do a job that I don't like because I got a family depending on me. But nowadays, I'm at a space now, I'm living off the courage to say, because I'm building a brand, I'm doing this, I'm self-employed, and it takes the courage to say, hey, I'm on a journey, and that's for me. I want it to work out so everybody can participate and we can have enough on the table. But when you're using your strength, we have to be strong for people we love. So sometimes the strength we display in staying in a bad situation, especially if kids is involved. Especially because some of us, if it's not even kids, sometimes we don't want to let people down. Sometimes we are living up to an ideal. You might be coming from a household where your mom and dad has been married for many years. And you feel like if I walk away from a marriage, I have let my family down. So sometimes we have to understand, who are we being strong for? So this is why life has some basic but fundamental principles. All right. And when you type in the meaning of fundamental in Google, fundamental is a basic but essential principles that everything derives from. So once you learn the fundamental of life, right, everybody else, sometimes we be strong for everybody else, Sometimes we are displaying strength, but courage now. Yes, man, that's right. Courage is different. I'm going to be courageous for me. Because sometimes strength, you have to be careful when you use strength, because sometimes you might be at a family gathering and somebody says something and it takes every strength and fiber in your body not to say anything. But hear what now? When you're courageous and brave, you just say it because it has to be said. It takes courage. So a lot of us, where we are in life, and this is why the Bible says, be of good faith and strong courage. Even sometimes I battle with stuff in my life because I don't feel like I have the courage. I'm working on that because you have to have the courage. It takes courage. It takes courage. God bless. He's good, isn't he? Of course, God bless 10. He's good, of course. Of course. He didn't just drop us on this blues. As I said yesterday, I think I did it in a live. Yeah, I did a live yesterday. If you didn't catch my live yesterday we talk about the system promotes physical health, they promote mental health, they promote emotional health, they are promoting your financial well-being, but they are not really promoting spiritual health. And I feel like once you are spiritually resilient, this is what I've come to realize. Once you are spiritually strong, because as a chain is as strong as its weakest link. So if everybody's out there promoting greetings, Aaron Champ. If everybody is out there promoting the benefit of physical health, the benefit, academy say you must exercise and move more. You must go to the gym and lift weights. They talk about the importance of having somebody to love. So they're talking about the emotional health. Nowadays we see where they are talking about mental health. But who is talking about spiritual health? And I feel like once your spiritual health is intact, then you are more able to take on a lot of life challenges. And a lot of us is turning up to life with a broken chain, because a chain is as strong as its weakest link. You want the ability to tackle the difficulties that's going to be coming your way daily, the spiritual warfare, because everything is an exchange of energy. And sometimes we are actually attract some negative energy in our life, and they are so strong. This is why some of them is so manipulated so easy, because their energy is so strong and we are not inclined to deal with it. We don't have the strength to deal with it. So this is why you have to look after your spiritual well-being. You have to look after your mental well-being. You have to look after your emotional well-being. And you have to look after your physical well-being. Put all of that together. And this is how you tackle life challenges, right? It's Monday morning. Listen to that TPN song. That's what we're talking about, right? It is a good song. It is a great. Fashionable doll. Hope you've seen me. Just hope you have a blessed week. We are just talking about that TPN song. I know that if you listen to it, you will find something that makes sense. You know what I mean? And for me, it's a very, very good song. Talking about not allowing yourself to be manipulated. Because when you allow yourself to be manipulated, you are giving up your chance for happiness. Blessed, how are you this morning? I hope you're going to have a blessed week. I make my cup of coffee and I don't even finish it. You see, once I get started, this is why I like have my coffee before I come on live, you know. But I felt like I had to come over here and I had to speak to somebody this morning. I had to say what's needed to be said. And I felt like I've pretty much said it. So, yeah. But I hope everybody going to have a blessed week. Listen to that song. Take charge of your life, all right? Be strong. Have courage. I think the takeaway from this morning was about having the courage. It's not about having the strength. As I said, we can be strong for other people, but we have to have the courage. Because once you have the courage, then you are going to be strong for yourself. Because you're going to have the courage to walk away from the toxic friendship, the bad relationship, the deals that not good for you, the place that makes you unhappy. Right? Don't be strong, because sometimes we are strong enough to withstand it for years. We are staying in place for people who we think we need to prove something for. We are going to be staying in that relationship. Are we going to be friends with that person? Or we're going to be doing something because we are displaying. Because guess what? If we walk away from that relationship or that friendship, we feel like we let people down. So we feel like we are weak. So understand the importance of strength. But ultimately understand that it is the courage to live your life on your terms, to put yourself first, to make sure your happiness and well-being is paramount and it's not up for negotiation. All right? That's what we do over here. Remember, it's Top Farm, the brand that tell you use the will to point. If you like the hat, like my friend said she liked the hat, so you know, so they're on my website. They're on my website. Everything is on the website. Leon, yeah, the audio don't reach you by this week. Yeah, we'll pop that in my post this week. As soon as you get a chance. All right. And I hope you have a blessed week. I hope I said something that resonates. And remember, if you don't have to watch all the videos, but if you can't catch me live, you will catch. I'll post something that try to motivate, try to encourage, and try just to remind you. Just keep going a little bit longer. All right. Remember, it's Top Farm, will to power. Make the sacrifice, pay the price.